What's happening, Mike? Speaking of mics. Yeah, I actually usually don't care for these types of episodes, but I enjoyed this one. For a shopping and full RP episode, I thought it was pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. What's going on, everybody? Craig C, good to see you, man. Yep, filler transition episode. They happen, but I thought it was a solid one. One of the better ones, right? Well, I was actually Travis participated. One of the notes I put down, Travis actually participated. So good for him. Good for him. Let's blow that up. Yeah, no, they need to just pick a name. At least they didn't go with the new nobodies. I'm at least happy that Taliesin axed that whole thing, because they brought it up like 5 times, and he said no every single time, and I was happy. Yeah, there was a lot of distractions and whatnot. Even Mercer was a little out of it. So, what's up, puppies? But that's fine. There's surprisingly a lot of good moments. I always try to take notes of the stuff I want to like bring highlights for. In the last couple, there's been like 2 things for highlights. And I wrote down I think 4 or 5. I wrote down 4. So. Yeah, no, that is very curious about FCG. Man, I thought he was going to go into something with his background when they dug into his head. So I don't know, Crixie, I liked Mighty Nine. Because Mighty Nine just happened. We came in on Vox Machina. I know it was like a play on words or something, but Mighty Nine just happened. I feel like they're just trying too hard, you know? Sometimes you just gotta let it flow. Say hello, Fluffy. This is Fluffy Nutter. Say hello, Fluffy. I have not watched. I don't like that they're releasing them at the same time, but I haven't watched 4, 5, and 6. I actually, my power was out all day long. We've had this ice storm coming through here, and so 30 minutes in, my 30 minutes in, my power came on, so I was actually able to catch most of it. So I missed the first 30 minutes of the episode. Fluffy Nutter. Yeah, that's from campaign 2. If you guys don't know, my daughter calls her Fluffy, but she is Fluffy Nutter. She has a brother named Chewbacca. When he gets long hair, he looks just like Chewie. So, but it's freezing, so I brought them in from where they normally are. Sweet. Has anyone watched 4, 5, 4, 5, and 6 yet? I've watched episodes 1, 2, and 3 twice through. I love it. I'm so thrilled with it. And usually things that I pump up and get excited about, I'm disappointed on. This one, even though I got super excited about it, I'm loving the animated series, man. It's so good. Yeah, midnight GMT. So yeah, I figured they'd drop. And then what is it? Tuesday? Is Tuesday when they do the watch party or whatever? Nice, Mike. Thanks. Yeah, Ellie, that's my pups, man. Yeah, the list is Friday. They always come out on Thursday though. I just thought it was a weird that they would time it the same time. It might just be because Amazon does that, so it may have been out of their control. But that's all right. Excuse me. All right, William. Yeah, I'm excited to watch him. I get to work from home tomorrow because of this ice storm, which means as long as our power stays on, I'll be able to watch it while I'm working, which will be nice. Yeah, I'm with you, dog. Just swap it because like I almost didn't watch the one shot because I wanted to watch the episodes, but thankfully they dropped early enough where I was able to watch all three before the one shot. Yes, I wasn't able to watch the Tuesday watch party, but next time I will. We are low on viewers today, man. That's all right. We got our faithfuls. If anyone does the Tuesday watch party, let me know. Let me know how it goes. Yeah, Slaughter, I'm excited for it, man. Surprisingly, I haven't posted anything from it, but I have a bunch of stuff I'd like to. I don't know if I should do a breakdown or kind of. I was thinking about doing like a taking the clip from the cartoon and then matching it with the clip from season 1 when it actually happened. I thought that would be kind of fun, but because they stayed very faithful, which is nice. But I expected that. Ellie, so you watched this week's the watch party? Dude, thank you, Crixie. Yeah, bring us back. Yeah, the Ashton's Nightmare King dress up is like that's such a good idea. Like that's such a good brain baby from Taliesin. I thought that was brilliant. I want some art of that. I think that would be really cool. So I'm gonna keep my eye out for that. Maybe draw it myself. I don't know. All right, Ellie. I will. Where that's on Twitch, right? Where they post that. That's too bad. How do you? I mean, yeah. Do they show it on Twitch with the watch party, or is it just like them and you like start it at the same time? Oh, sweet. Yeah. If anything, I'll watch the Q&A, man. I love the Q&As. That's rough, Barton. Yeah, no, that Ashton's idea for the mask is cool. That's probably the thing I'm looking forward to most to see how he reacts to that. I do like that Matt was trolling them. Usually it's the other way around. So Matt was really trolling them tonight, which was nice. I like that he had had outfits and masks ready for him at Lord Esteros's, ready to go. Okay, you gotta have Prime to watch with them. Yeah, it's rough. Try to get a hold of it. Find a friend who has it and ask them for their password or something. There's some Prime's worth getting. There's some good shows on it, and then of course you have the Amazon benefits as well. Unless you just are opposed to old Jeff Bezos, that's worth getting. And then you can also sub up to with Twitch Prime. You can also sub up to Critical Role, so it works. Mike, are they showing it in the Discord? I need to get a Discord together for this. Yeah, so Crixie's right. You link all your stuff together, and then you can get all your Twitch stuff, so you can watch the stream as soon. They say as soon as, but they're gonna do the rerun and then they'll post the stream, so you ain't gotta wait till Monday. Sweet, there you go, Mike. Or Mike says they showed in the Discord. Yeah, I mean, I think Prime's worth it, especially if you're watching on Twitch. That's definitely worth it. Let's see what I wrote down. They had a lot of good jokes, man. A lot of good jokes this episode. Anyone catch Matt Skyrim reference? I thought that was solid. I want to get the remastered. Anyone get the remastered Skyrim with like Oblivion and all that stuff? I might have to throw some money down on that. Yeah, there's a few really good shows, and then they also, I don't know if you're like a sports fan, but you also get you get to watch games. I watched all the playoffs on Prime. So, what's up, Charles? Good to see you, man. Yeah, Crixie, Imogen's Dream. I love what they do, how they utilize the whole lighting setup with the Red Storm dreams and stuff. I mean, there's something to it. Like I'm still waiting for them to get to what's going on. Like we've got bits and pieces, but we don't really know what's going on yet. And I really want to know what's going on with her. What do we know about the twins? Are we as lost as she is still? they keep mentioning the beads, and all I can think about is Legend of Vox Machina stuff with the beads. Which, since we have someone here who hasn't watched it, I won't mention. But so I don't know if that's why Sam keeps saying it, but I'm guessing so. Oh, nice! They dropped a bunch of merch, Ellie. Anything really good? What's your favorite piece of it so far? I need to go look at that. I only have a couple crit roll things. I have a Mighty 9 shirt and something else. I don't think I actually have any Vox Machina stuff, so might be a good time to do that. Yeah, Craig's definitely a slow burn. I do like the in-depth. I feel like we're really zoomed in this season, where we're so close to the action. We don't really know anything else or care about anything else that's going on in the world. So, yeah, I'm invested. I'm there. I'm trying to remember season 2, how long it took to get to anything that was going on. Like season 2 was kind of choose your own adventure, though. Like they really weren't led too much. So we'll see with this one how much they're actually being led and how much they just get like a bunch of options. I don't think there's going to be as much world exploration in this one. I think it's really going to be focused on the city, and I'm in for it. I like it. I like how zoomed in it is. I think we can get into some underground government stuff and secret society stuff if we want to, and really invest in, all of the NPCs so far have just had a lot of depth. I've really, really enjoyed it. So, but it's definitely slow. You got to have patience with it. Oh, no, good news is after the ball, they should leave town for the Ocean's 12 steal off and asking the guy the twins were traveling with. Very possible. I want to know about the twins. Yeah, what's going on with the mom? That is interesting. Yeah, William, she mentioned that whoever was in her head died a year ago. I thought it was... what's her face? Lady Briarwood. I thought she was the one in her head. And he said they thought Vox Machina killed him. Or killed her. So am I missing something here? But yeah, I thought that was super interesting. Yeah, Secret Werewolf Police. This is what I want from the Shadow Government. I have the documents. It takes a while, and like almost episode 70, still just lore drops. But about to get into big things. Man, we're only episode 12, so I guess it just feels so much longer. Because we're waiting week by week. Like, I did a lot of catching up in season 2, where I started off the beginning, but then I'd miss, be out of town or whatever, and I missed like a couple months, so I'd have fun like catching up. So I don't know. It just feels slower this time around. Yeah, Slaughter. See, I don't know. I think it's still Delilah Briarwood. I still think it's her because he said something about they thought they threw that word whenever she was in the library, and she rolled that 23 or whatever it was on the Briarwood history, and he said I thought that they did it, or they thought that Vox Machina killed him. Crixie, Campaign 2 moved a lot faster. I thought so too. Killed the evil frog dude, left town, already defeated the Knoll's cave. Yeah, the regular Knoll. Yeah, see, they were moving, they were traveling. I feel like we're going to be in this city for a while. I think they'll travel eventually, but it seems like they're going to be here a lot longer. Campaign 1 was more like that a little bit, where they travel, but they come back. They travel and they come back. They go do something here, then they come back. So, I'm wondering if that's going to be kind of a mix between the two of them. But I like it. I'm down for the digging into this, like developing this city. There's not a ton around if you look at the map either, so it makes sense. Yeah, Crixie, I'm with you. I like it a lot better. I'm actually, taking a ton of notes because in my current campaign that I'm running, we're kind of all over the place. And I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done a little bit more of this, kind of stay in the city, stay in one city, because I put a bunch of work into each city, and you don't really get the feel. You don't get to care about stuff. And, I mean, why would you care that the world's going to end or be destroyed or changed if you don't care about the world? So he's really doing a good job of making them care about the world they're in. What's up, Juno Monsoon? Love that name, man. It just flows. That's like a wrestler's name. Interesting he didn't say straight up Vox Machina killed him. That's what I'm saying. It was like alleged or something interesting word. Yeah, I thought it was they thought, but my memory is not great. I feel like my memory is good. I'm coming off of my sickness, man. This is the first couple days I felt great. I feel back to normal, which is awesome. So I'm going to start making a ton of videos again. I've had a ton of stuff to say, but it's like I've been all groggy and my voice has been awful. So I'm finally back to 100% as of today, which is awesome. Mike, Laudna probably meant that she came to life a year after Delilah did. Either that or she started hearing her voice a year after Delilah died. Maybe. I need to go back and watch it. I thought she said died a year ago. Can anyone confirm or deny that? Charles Garza, I think that there wasn't any written history. There wasn't any mention of the Briarwoods during the Vecna incident. Did just rumors? I don't know. All right, so Crixie's with you, Mike. Ellie, Delilah was resurrected once. Why couldn't she have been again? Also, Laudna is in general kind of confusion about a lot of things. Very true. This is Laudna we're talking about, who's kind of scatterbrained at the moment. Yeah, she's been awake for longer than a year, but she definitely could have got this. We don't know when she got possessed or whatever. Like, it felt like Matt was going away from her being like a Warlock's patron and going more for it being her powers coming from a blessing. But that whole thing was confusing. Like, he was being very vague about everything. Yeah, Crixie, I thought that's what I thought too. I thought that she said her name episode 9 or whatever it was when we found out someone was in her head. O-Dog, Lana's previous. Okay, we're good. Sorry. Lana's previous lore drop hinted she came back during the Briarwood takeover of Whitestone and immediately skipped town. But she claims who was in her head died a year ago. That's what I thought I heard. Yeah, we mapped out how old she is. So it was around 60. Yeah, I need to go back and listen exactly how she worded that. Yeah, I think there's something that happened that we don't know about, and they're kind of revealing still. So we'll see. Davis Merrifield. Well, they didn't kill Vecna either. Maybe she is somehow still connected to him and never died. Interesting. Maybe Marisha meant something different. No, it's very true. She could have just misspoke. So we could be reading into nothing or something. Who knows? The crazy thing is this chat has been on point, man. Like, seriously, we've uncovered a ton of stuff. I feel like every big thing that's happened, we've said it's probably this or guessed this or something. So that's the best place to dig into things that may be nothing. See, I'm blanking, O-Dog, I'm blanking on the history of the twins. I remember them being mentioned. I don't remember too much about them, though. Even table pause when she said a year ago. It's possible. Like, she could have misspoke. I'll keep an eye on the tweets. Charles, the twins died no more than a month ago. Why do we know that? Why do we know that the twins died no more than a month ago? Oh, yes, Lana definitely said Delilah died a year ago. But again, I think Marisha or Lana got confused. I think that's totally plausible. Yeah, she called her D, and I thought there was another reference as well. So it's possible. I mean, it could totally not even be Delilah. We just want it to be, and it makes sense. I thought there was another reference though. Davis Merrifield. Could she be some sort of Horcrux that keeps Delilah's soul around and is trying to get Lana to bring her back fully? I think that's what they're playing at. I think the Horcrux idea, just trying to keep part of her alive, just so that she can come back to full power. Still think Law in a situation similar to Opal's situation from EXU. Her patron lives in her head. I mean, it may be a foreshadowing of that, or that may have been a foreshadowing of this. Matt was really weird about it though. Like he gave me mixed signals. So if you guys maybe you followed along better, but he was giving me mixed signals as far as, well, yes, if the patron dies and they're being cut off, but this, you kind of feel like this might be more of a God thing, a gift given or whatever. So I don't know. I'm kind of waiting and seeing on that. Like, they gave us enough information to keep it confusing, but still keep it interesting. Mike, I honestly think it makes sense if Laudna was just getting her voices in her head when she heard about Delilah dying, so she probably thought nothing of it when Delilah's voice joined the rest. Very possible. Crixie. So William Crixie says you're reaching, man. Opal almost lost her powers when her sister got removed. I mean, it's kind of similar to what happened with Ford too, right? Did Ford keep? Didn't he keep Eldritch Blast though? Didn't he keep his Warlock levels when he went Paladin? Spoiler alert. After the fact. Barton Hazard. The anger was the twins' guard, and the attack was established around a month past. I gotcha. Ellie, during Ashton's WTF is that about game, Lana said the people that killed her talked to her sometimes now, and she said that she was killed by the Briarwoods. That might have been the other one. I know we discussed it in here, so yeah, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that there's it's definitely Delilah. I think the reference is that Laudna mentioned that one of the Briarwoods was in her head. Then in the same episode, she heard the voice and called her D. Yeah, I thought it was the same episode. The very first, what the fuck is up with that episode? Laudna's trying to unbecome a warlock because she keeps taking levels in sorcerer. Yeah, that was I noticed that too on their first level up, was that she took sorcerer and not warlock, and I thought it was going to be the other way around. So all right, Ellie and Mike are on the same page. Love it. Yeah, Ellie's on point, man. Keeping us in check. Ellie, sorry, can be a little much at times, but I'm detailed. Hey, you are the note taker of the group. Every good D&D group needs a note taker. Do not apologize for that. Yeah, Crixie's with me. It's great. Keep it up. We need to do. We got 16 people in here. We need to do a. I need to do a one shot and get a bunch of you guys on for a one shot sometime. If you guys do Roll20 and want to do, I'm trying to think when their next, whenever their February break is. If you guys want to do, any of you guys want to do a one shot on one of the Thursday they don't have this, let me know. I think that would be a ton of fun. I have a few different ones written up, so we'll do it over Roll20 or something. What do you got, a photographic memory? All right, we got Crixie and Charles down. Write that down. Yeah, whatever the last week of February is. Yeah, look, February is a weird week. So let me Yeah, I'll put it together and then the week before put it on or give you guys the email stuff for it. Oh, I was supposed to look at the calendar. All right, it's the 4th, so what, 25th? So let's look at the 25th. I can put a decent one together before then. And then I have stuff we've done on the channel as far as just making characters for people who don't want to make your own. But if you make your own, that's totally cool too. If you don't have access, I'll get you access to my D&D Beyond stuff. It'd be fun. I mean, we don't have to do, if people need to do it not on Thursdays, I just figure people will be watching. Pops. Figure people will be watching on Thursdays, so we could swap it out, but we could totally do it on a weekend or something too. Mike, Estros just gets sacrificed for trying to join the inner circle. He's already kind of a shady character, so they could easily make him disappear and blame stuff on him. So good. I'm still intrigued. I don't trust him fully yet. I know he's kind of like their patron and stuff, but yeah, good call, Kirksey. Yeah, what 2 points of what? Because he said it wasn't health, right? So what are his 2 points? It's got to be something with his memory. I was thinking it has to be something with his memory. Yeah, I mean, everyone was kind of worried and freaking out a little bit. So they got some little metagame going on. What do we think it is? What 2 points of what? Does he do? Have we seen him do any kind of rolls for memory? For my games, when I do something like that, it'll be at the start of the day. So kind of see if he rolled anything at whenever after a long rest. Yeah, that would be really cool if he just starts remembering stuff a little bit more every time they do something like that. Odog, I'm kind of with you. Odog says, I think he was humanoid that Milo planted into the body of a robot and gave modified memories. Kind of a Pinocchio situation, right? Like he was a real person and is it Alfie from Full Metal Alchemist? Whatever the brother's name is. I haven't watched it in forever. It's been like 2006 since I watched that show, but kind of they cast him into a suit of armor. Like, because again, no one's seen an automaton like this before. He's completely different from all the other automatons, so he's not a normal automaton. He's got to have some sort of real soul. Like, it's either that or he's the big bad evil guy. I'm convinced. Ed, thank you, Ed. I don't know where I got Alfie from. Sam mentioned it before when FCG was doing death saving throws, but Matt corrected him and said he didn't need to do it for that. Interesting. Was that during the sticky fight, the black goo fight? Davis, I think FCG was something with his memory and trauma and thinking about it too much. Just get closer to causing something. Maybe a reset where he forgets again. That would be interesting. Like a Alzheimer's type of situation, like a delayed Alzheimer's situation. Ellie's with you. Thinks it's word that it's closer to bad things happening. Well, what about another freak out? Like if he killed his whole party, all of his associates, like what if he's getting 2 points to like going in the red again and just going murder hobo on everybody? All right, so Crixie's with us too on that one. Yeah, that's deep. That's interesting. I feel like it's going to be the opposite. I feel like it's going to be a good thing so they can have a reveal, but I would love for it to be a big murder scene. Dude, you pups are going crazy. Hold on a second. Chewy, come here. What are you doing, huh? Say hi to my friends. This is Chewbacca. I wonder if to say happy all bad memories are erased, and when he gets to many traumatic events, they get erased. Yeah, that could totally be like a memory suppression type of situation, where he starts remembering all the bad things and can't handle it. I'm really wanting them to do the break-in mission and end up running into the nobodies. That would be funny. Kind of like the in season 2, they kept running to those bandits. Yeah, my dogs are nuts, man. I love them overall. Elias, I feel like they're going to be some kind of instance where FCG loses it and turns on the party. That's been my initial thought from the beginning, but I definitely think it's possible that he just actually remembers what he's supposed to remember and has a big reveal later on. Like, they like to space this stuff out, and they're pros. So I think either one will be good, but I would like to see a big turn on the group, because that's something we haven't seen yet, other than whenever Yasha was mind controlled. So I'd like to see Sam actually play against the group. Charles, maybe if it takes too much trauma, it becomes too much better and he just reboots. Yeah, I think that's possible. Just, hey, Smiley Day to you guys. What's going on? Who are you? But last time it happened. But here's the thing that kind of draws me away from him being the big bad guy, is that he said he saw the monster with one eye. So I don't know if that's a plant to try to make you think away from it, but him saying that he actually saw it, and I think he was referencing that then he got, or wanted us to believe then he got beat up or destroyed by it, and that's because he had to get repaired. So maybe using a different body, and Dancer's last breath was a transfer the killer robot's mind into the only one that survived. Oh, that's good. That would just crazy and run away. So there was a killer robot that went nuts, and FCG was just a regular person. Maybe he has memories of her though, and I feel like they're as the robot. But yeah, but then he's about to die, so she sends him into the robot's body. It'd be totally good, man. I would love it. Yeah, it's crazy how like Sam is such good comic relief, yet he is still one of the deepest players there. That everyone's killing it though. I'm loving so many characters this season. Like, these are some of the best characters we've seen. Lawna's amazing. I'm loving Chutney, whichever one he is. Chet. I'm loving him more and more each time. Fern is still my favorite, but SCG has his moments. This is probably my favorite showing from Ashton, was this week. So yeah, it's just good stuff. Speaking of anxiety, poor Marisha and Laura with Mets drawn out non-death of their landlord. Was that early on? CSC, you can't trust the nice ones. Totally can't. Any more than you can with the quiet ones. Yeah, nice people and quiet people. If you're too nice, it's sketch. Like you're hiding something or you're trying to get something. I trust people like Ashton much more than people like FCG. William Slaughter, One Eye Monster, Beholder. Ooh, good call. I was trying to think, like, Cyclops came to my mind, but yeah, Beholder. But they have done that a couple times. Then again, really warping possibilities there. Yeah, but just using a Beholder as a backstory, I don't think would be too much. I think it's a good call. I think that's very possible. Could have been turning him into stone, for all we know. And that's when she transfers his body over. Hums Wally Peas. No, I did not say that Vox Machina is doing Critical Role's second season and third season. I know they have a second season of Legend of Vox Machina set up. I think this has been super successful, so I think naturally they're gonna do the second season. But they haven't mentioned any of it. But they will do a second season of Vox Machina. They bought that before they even finished producing the first. Only memories of 2 years, which isn't a long backstory, to just be created 2 years ago. I think there's more memory to be unleashed. So maybe he doesn't even know, or maybe he does. Who knows? I think with her kind of driving into his brain, I think he doesn't know. Yeah, Slaughter said it. Second season was already purchased, but it's still going to be campaign 1. Vox Machina is doing the second season, which is... Yes, the Arc After the Briarwood. I don't know what the official name is, but we're talking about the dragons, right, Mike? Like, that's my guess. I haven't seen anything official on which one is going to be, but it feels natural that they go right into the dragons. Ellie, oh yeah, and I will say, y'all told me so. Looks like Chet is sticking around. Oh, he's definitely sticking around. I love him. Critics of these characters really thought out, for sure. They all have some depth. And it seems like a bunch of people just have been wanting to play these characters. I think they were thinking about it during Season 2, where Season 1, they didn't know what was going on. And at the end, they're like, oh, we need to create characters for Season 2. Where with this, I feel like they've been preparing for it. Like, oh, I'd really like to try this out. I really think it's cool when this person did that, so let me, add that to my character, all that kind of stuff. Charles, what if it was one of the other robots that killed the rest of the dancer, and to save FCG from harm, she wiped his memory? It definitely could have been another robot. I don't know why she'd wipe his memory for that, though. Hums. I like to see Sam freak out again. Love Scanlan's departure. Yeah, Scanlan's one of my favorites. I'm a big Bard fan, though. So it makes sense. He was so good in the first 3 episodes. I can't wait for the next 4. Be watching that tomorrow. Like, I feel like if Ashton betrayed them, he'd just be like, it's just business. Totally. I agree with you there. And if FCG betrayed them, they'd have to make it tragic. Yeah, no arguments here. Hey, you said my name. You pronounced it correctly, too. Hey, I try. That's phonetic enough. Mike, the Chroma Conclave, I think. What are you talking about the Chroma Conclave for? I'm missing something. Yeah, Sam's too good. Like, he's He's too good. That's why like FCG seems a little tame for him. I do not believe that that's all there. There's so much more. I feel like whatever his reveal is going to be ground shaking, and it's going to be great, and I can't wait. Odog Chroma Conclave is a strong hint, given what they showed in episode 2 with the Dragon's Lair. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, we're talking about what the second season will be. Yeah, for sure. It makes sense, and man, I can't wait for that because that dragon looks so freaking cool in episode 1. I was flipping out. Like it's amazing. Like the level of quality that this show is, man. It's so good. They got all the right people. They put in the right money. I believe they did it over in the Philippines, so they didn't have to shut down too much. And then, of course, they did all the voices and stuff. So it was really good. Davis, yeah, they could finish it after that. I mean, time will tell. I mean, what arc would be next if it wasn't for kind of them finishing it up? And if we really don't know what the timeline would be for them to create the second season, so they could get a few really good seasons out of campaign 2. I'm kind of surprised they didn't want to start earlier. Like, I guess you want to make sure people are on board, but I wanted to see the earlier stuff. The comics were solid enough. Animate some of the one-shots. That wouldn't be bad. Crixie, hello, Davis. In the watch along, they mentioned a potential of season 5 and 6 and so on. Yes, I need to watch the watch along. Were they saying 5 and 6 would still be over campaign 1? Charles, she wiped his memory because he couldn't save him. That's true, because it's too traumatic that he couldn't. And I mean, survivor's guilt is a real thing. That would be deep, and he's gone legit into like legitimate psychology and stuff for this character. So think like into his name Fresh Cut Grass. That's a smell low. I forgot what they're saying. It's a smell that is related to something with memory and psychology. I think it's something in hypnosis, but I'm not 100% on that one. But it's something with therapy. So he's gone super in depth. So that would totally track for sure. Yeah, Chroma Conclave Arc Season 2, I'm with you. First 2 episodes only moved so quick. It was pre-stream stuff. The show was going too slowed down and done for episode 3 onward. But I'd love more episodes of Campaign 1, so I'm totally down. Yeah, I'm loving it, so I'm down for whatever they want to do. I trust them. Them and Marvel might be the only 2 entities that I actually like trust and will be patient with. It's all okay. So season 5 and 6 for Legend of Vox Machina, not Mighty 9. Hey, I'm good with that. I'd love for them to do a side by side and get into season 2 as well, but I mean, we can be patient. Not only do critters like the show, but it's getting 9.0 on IMDb, which is phenomenal. Yeah, for sure. It's and when you think about like the content that is in this animated series, for it to be getting that high of ratings is a big deal. And I really think like it'll blow some stuff up. I really hope it does. Like give more exposure to Critical Role, which is going to give more exposure to D&D in general. I'm all about it. Yeah, Matt's just being if we're lucky enough for a 5th season. Like, I don't know if I know they're generally humble people and they're actually very excited. But I don't know if they don't understand what they have or if they're just trying not to be cocky about it. But they're going to get a 5th season if they want a 5th season. I mean, how quick did they get this one? This was supposed to be a Christmas special. So, Hum's Ancient War, Forged Race, and a Super Evil. I'm not tracking there. Are you saying Ancient War Forged are like alignment evil? Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch that. I feel bad for not doing it in the first place, but I was out of it. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and 92% from the audience. Who's the 8%? Like, I guess if you're super conservative or something and you weren't expecting that from an animated show, that's the only thing I can think. I don't think anyone who knows what Critical Role is gonna downvote it. But people are weird, so internet's crazy. Yeah, no, it's hitting a lot wider than, and I thought it'd be good, but it's hitting a lot wider audience than I thought it would for how much color is in it. I haven't seen 4th episode yet, so I'm not going to read the rest of that. I'll be watching it first thing tomorrow. Yeah, there has to be some point where they realize they're printing money. I mean, the dude's writing material for Wizards, directly for D&D. He's, on the 3rd season of the by far the most popular D&D show. He's got an animated series. They got tons of merch. Like, they're at Hot Topic. Like, I mean, what else do you want? All right, yeah. Who's the 8%? Who do you think, Crixie? Who's the 8%? That's not liking this show. I don't get it. The only reason I wish it wasn't, like, and ultimately I'm glad it's rated the way it's rated. I'm glad that it's got all the blood and guts and cuss words and swearing and nudity. The only reason I wish it wasn't, or if they can send out a rated version, because I love for my 10-year-old to be able to watch it. I think she'd freaking love it. It's totally her kind of comedy. She's a weird kid, man, and she's awesome. But I gotta shush her out of the room whenever I'm watching it. Odog also, did Fern actually grow as a character, or did Ashley override her? I think she's grown. I think Ashley just understands who Fern is, unlike any other characters that she's known. And she had those 8 episodes of EXU to really kind of get used to it, and then a break in between to really think about her. But she's just so on point, man. I love the thing between her and Chetney too. Like, mentioning Clay to him was one of my favorite moments. I thought we had something. Ellie, if you look at the reviews on Amazon, there are some 1-star reviews, and it was mostly due to the swearing and titties. Love the spelling of titties. Yeah, that was my guess. So that does not surprise me. But like, it tells you that stuff's going to be in there. How are you going to rate it, downrate it? Like, read what you're watching before you watch it if you have no idea what it is. Mike, I'm kind of super conservative, but I knew exactly what I was going into since I already knew about Critical Role. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I live in the South. I have been to churches with, like, super conservative churches When I was in the Navy, I worked for conservative pastors. I get that group of people 100%. So I can see them being upset about it, but like, you got to know, like read it's in the description. But I mean, I get it. Charles, I think it's a bit of both. They truly enjoy playing this game, and they honestly didn't think anyone would want to sit and watch people playing D&D for 4 hours. I mean, Felicia Day had to convince them that it was going to be good when they originally did it. So, but it's been, how many years has it been? 7 or 8 years? On my bad, I want SCG to black out and reboot and discover his parts were salvaged from the ancient. Oh, okay, I got you. Ancient Warforged race is now super evil and wants to bring genocide or something. I think that'd be awesome. I mean, like you could totally go with the old Knights of the Old Republic twist on that, which would be amazing. There used to be this old horror film, and I can't think the name of it, but people like inherited body parts from a serial killer, and then that body part went and like murdered people and stuff. That would, like, if he inherited evil parts or was built out of evil parts, like scraps and stuff, that would be super cool too. Crixie, what else do you want from a live action feature film? Is that asking too much? I don't know if I'd want that. I like what you can do. You can do more with animated. You have to be so restricted with live action. I think animated is better for this, but I mean, sometimes live action works, sometimes it doesn't. But they do a lower rated version after this first season wraps up. Hopefully they'll pick up. There's other good D&D shows out there. Like there's other good D&D streams that aren't this foul, right? Like, pick one of those up. This has already got its thing. It's got its audience. Ferd said in early episodes that she likes to give things away and steal things. Yeah, it tracks. I like that she tried to take it right in the middle of the table. That ship. You think Travis is gonna have a wooden piece crafted for everyone's little thing now? Mike, we're going to forget that Dorian said that he wasn't familiar with dwarves. Is he just forgetting Derek's? That's true. That's true. I didn't even think about that. I think it's because Matt didn't play him like what my traditional thought, thinking of what a dwarf was. I forget that he was a dwarf. I mean, he kind of sounded like a grown up. Oh, it was not son's name, or no, her husband. He did almost the same voice as her husband. Felicia Day played that Commander Chick in the beginning of episode 2. Rep, yeah. Poor Felicia Day. I watched. I was introduced to her from the Guild. When I used to play World of Warcraft pretty heavily, so I liked that show. But they just goes around coloring one meat bags. I can link up with animation, bring upon into flesh. Body parts. Body parts. Was that the movie? I'm gonna Google that. I gotta see this. Give me 1 second. Body Parts 1991. That is it. I don't even know why that popped in my head. I watched that once a long time ago. Dude, that's creeping me out. I think I was like 7 or something. That's funny. You're the manslaughter. Did you remember that off of what I said, or was that did you Google that? Because that is hilarious, dude. That's so funny, man. Oh, I had that moment whenever I recalled Best of the Best. That's the other old movie I remembered not too long ago, with Julia Roberts' brother. But that's hilarious, man. Body parts. Yeah, but that's, I mean, that'd be. I love creating D&D characters based off of old obscure movies. I want to make a movie about Pogs based off of Bloodsport. I think that'd be funny. But that. Sorry, that tickles me, man. That's funny. Dude, yeah, get some. Get someone from Marvel to do that kind of budget. I'm talking like Marvel level production. All right, I'm down. Put 500 mil and what's the actor who plays Happy? What's his name? Let him direct it. Yeah, she does. Yeah, Ellie. She does. She does a couple. She'll do a couple voices in this, which I thought was great. It would also be adorable if FCG got severely hurt and loses a lot of pieces. Yeah, turns him into a wooden version of FCG. I'm down. I'm down for. Or what if he just makes him a wooden boy like Pinocchio? Just turn him into a wooden boy, since he gave him the legs already. Also, there was that episode from Twilight Zone where a guy takes a dead gangster's shoes and it starts making him kill people. I haven't seen that one. Is that the old Twilight Zone or the new one? Or I guess newer one. Wouldn't it be cool if they just kept bringing her in to play bit characters, then kept dying right away, like Kenny? I thought she had a few different, like they kind of mentioned it with the one of the promo videos they did. The one where they showed all the different voice actors that are going to be in there. There is an all-star cast of voice actors, man. Like beyond the just normal Critical Role actors. Or downgraded like Bender. Hey, I'm down, man. Do something like that. Slaughter. I kind of remember I was like, oh, that was that movie with the dude who played Lawnmower Man. So we IMDb'd Lawnmower Man, and that's detective work right there, man. That's good stuff. All right, Hums is with us. I like it. Best of the best. It's such a bad movie. It's like it's so bad that it's good. I love those movies. Bloodsport, the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Yes. Bloodsport, the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Frank Dukes. Dude, that movie was made about a real dude who tricked the government. I know it's the Marine Corps. I want to say FBI. It might have been CIA, but I want to say FBI, where he tricked people into thinking that he was in these underground kumites, and they had him training legitimate cops, agents, and the Marines kind of figured him out pretty quick. But he was just a BS artist. But that movie was based on a real dude named Frank Dukes. Go look it up. It is so interesting. I think Joe Rogan breaks it down really good somewhere. Slaughter thing, yeah. John Favreau. His favorite, him and Four Christmases is my favorite thing that he's in. By the way, if you haven't seen his role in Four Christmases, it's awesome. He'll be done with Star Wars by then. He'll be done with all the stuff. He'll have time to. You pay him enough money, he'll have time to give us Critical Role. Yeah, we all love FCG, but just a wooden version of them. That's all we're saying. All right, original Twilight. All right, I'll have to go back and watch original Twilight Zone. I've seen a few of them. I haven't seen a ton. The voice of Uzo was later Briarwood. Yeah, dude, so many good voices, man. That's what I'm saying. They've done enough Star Wars. They don't need any more. They haven't done a good Critical Role. So in Critical Role live action, are the actual actors playing themselves or what? I mean, I know Mercer's got to play Pumot, but other than that, by the way, his cameos, Matt Mercer's cameos, are some of my favorite things in Legend of Vox Machina. Okay, Ellie. All right. So going back to earlier, could I also take part in that one shot as long as you are good with someone who has never played? Oh, totally good with someone who's never played D&D before. I would even say I specialize in bringing. I love bringing people in, breaking the barrier to entry. All right, we'll put you down. We'll set it up. All right, so we got Crixie, Charles, and Ellie. We'll do it on Roll20. I'll need to link. I'll link my Facebook or something to my YouTube page. Or do I'll create a Discord. That's what I'll create a Discord. That'll probably be the best way to do it. Because we're going to talk through Discord anyway. But yeah, now you have a good idea of classes from Critical Role, so we'll help you. Just tell me what class you want to do, and we'll make one for you. Heck, I could, if you don't want to create it yourself, I do like character creation streams. Usually get like 10 or so people in here, and we make characters. So I have a bunch of pre-made characters already ready to go. Dealing Fiction, good to see you, brother. I didn't see you come in here. All right, so FCG dived into what happened in his past and his HP dropped. I think it's programmed for self-destruction if he learns truth. How do we know his HP dropped? So he didn't lose health, but his actual like health pool like went from like 58 to 56 or whatever. Also, Delilah Briarwood is alive, sort of. I think Laudna was supposed to be Delilah's new vessel. I've seen that a bit. And Fiction, you've been on point with a lot of these things. So, yeah, it's a lot of, yeah. I didn't even think about how late it was. Dude, I feel so much better. Like, you ever do that where you're sick for so long? I mean, it was like 12 days. Or no, 14 days since I got sick. And then you just like, when you can start like breathing again and everything, you just feel a ton better. You feel like better than you feel like you normally felt. So I'm feeling right now. But hey, you guys are hanging out with me, so until you guys gotta go. All right, God tier actors. Who are we doing? Vox Machina or Mighty Nine? I want to know who's playing Grog, and I want to know who's playing Scanlan. I wish, let me see here. I wish Danny DeVito was younger for Scanlan. I think he'd be a perfect Scanlan if he was 30 years younger and in shape. Barton, yeah, I'll broadcast it for sure. We'll stream it on the page. Someone did a Hunger Games style, or is doing a Hunger Games style stream, and they're letting the chat room be like the rich people who send them stuff. I forget what they're called. All right, sweet. Yeah, if you got ideas, let's put it together. Crixie, I COVID in the 2-week break. I slept for like 5 days straight. I wish I would be able to. I had to work, man. I had to work through the whole thing. Like it wasn't fun, but I was taking tons of vitamins, and I was hit by like a different stage every day, every 2 days. It was weird, but good now, man. The Rock is grog. Yes, please. Give me Dwayne Johnson. That would be amazing. Sponsors, thank you. But yes, they had like the chat room being sponsors. I thought that was a cool idea. Characters from campaign 2. We got our first look at what Ford and Jester would look like. Yes, we saw Tusk Love. So how does that happen? How does that work? Like that they got that's out of the timeline, right? Tusk Love with Ford and Jester on it. All right, so who would be who? I'm really curious who these other actors are. I'm down with The Rock though, for sure. Quick, I've only ever played one campaign. Started in second, but the COVID happened, and I haven't had the drive to find a game online that isn't like $50 a session. Yeah, I actually had a group offer to pay me to run a session, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, no, he's never been a good enough shade to play Scanlan. They can CGI that stuff. It's Marvel. It's fine. All right, who you got then? Who you got for Scanlan? Yes, Scanlan is Kevin Hart. I mean, it makes sense. That's too funny. Orlando Bloom is Vax. I'm okay with that. That's true. They can do the Lord of the Rings stuff. I like the idea of Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart playing them. I'm with you, Mike. I love Bo Burnham. Put him in whatever we want because he's amazing. Did you like his newest special more, or his Make Happy special? Which one's your favorite from him? Because I've heard mixed reactions on which people like more. Yeah, it's not. That's a hard word to say. Non-canonical timeline. But Matt said in the Q&A, animators come up with all sorts of hidden stuff. Some things they even miss. They apparently do a ton of research for it. Yeah, I heard there's a ton of Easter eggs. I need to go back and watch and just look for Easter eggs. I heard there's like 7 that I missed. So, also I think the girl from the salvage yard, they went to his Ford and Jester's daughter. That's interesting. She's a witch. Her father bought a ship. She definitely has some adjuster. That, did we catch what race she was? Let's not pass this up. Yeah, thank you. You just said what I said. I'm down with Benedict Cumberbatch for Percy. Yeah, it would mean that Ford is dead. Did we get? I don't know if we got a race or not. He's got the right perfect mojo for sure. Oh, she was a human. That's clever though. I didn't even think about the ship. Yeah, fictional like Jack Black. I would want something like Jack Black for Scanlan, but obviously he does not look the part at all. But oh, you meant Percy Mojo instead of a Pervy Mojo? I totally missed that. My bard that I played was based off of Jack Black. His name was Jack Action. Um, and I did a lot of the singing stuff like Scanlan does. So that's funny though. Would Ford and Jester's babies come out teal or turquoise? Hmm. I'm gonna say turquoise. Final answer. I'm gonna say turquoise. For sure. Why drag queen Tom Holland for Scanlan? I don't know if Tom Holland, and I love Tom Holland. I don't know if he could pull off Scanlan. He looks like he could look the part for sure. And you need can dude sing? I don't know him much outside of Spider-Man. So yeah, I'm with you, Crixie. I think they got a couple of each. They definitely have a lot. Um, Jester's doing, of course. Taika Waititi is Gilmore. I'm up for that. I don't know if he's got the sultriness. Um, to be Gilmore. Actually, the voice actor for Gilmore in the animated show wouldn't be bad. I can't remember his name though. That's true. Jester's mom is red, and but I mean, I've seen ginger parents come out or have babies with people with my skin complexion, and they have two ginger babies and one tan baby. So who knows? Scarlett Johansson as Pike. I could see that. I'd still want. I might want Ashley as Pike though. Ashley's a legit actress. Then again, so is Laura. Like Laura Bailey's a legit actress. Like I'd want to see both of them in their own roles. It'd be tough for me to see anyone outside of them. That's true. I'm down with that, Mike. If they play, if Travis and Laura play Silas and Delilah, I'm good with that. Then that's fine. Well, wake her up, Crixie. We got a game to win. We need the science on this. We've actually increased in people. Oddly enough, it's been a weird show. Yeah, I remember genetics from a long time ago with the flowers and stuff. All right, Kirksey, what's your favorite Scarlett Johansson movie? They kind of already have to. Okay, so Ellie, uh, next stream, you're gonna go into recessive genetics. We'll be waiting on it. Is that legit? What you do? Game of Thrones is deep. Fiction. The girl could have a glamour on. Totally could. She could be hiding maybe from the planking or worshippers of Uk'otoa. Actually, when he said one eye, I thought Uk'otoa. I know he had more eyes, but everyone with Uk'otoa having the eye sword, right? Wasn't the sword that he had an eye sword? So maybe the person that killed FCG's people was a follower of Uk'otoa. Excuse me. I would love for that to be the truth, man. Bovine genetics. Hey, I'm always up for learning. Refreshing my adult brain. Ready for a TED Talk? Yeah, your favorite, dude. What's your favorite? I was going to say Lost in Translation. That's the one I was hoping you'd say. Lost in Translation. That's my favorite one with her. Though I did like her Black Widow movie. I thought that was good, but I loved her in Lost in Translation. You did not disappoint. That is legit the one I was hoping you'd say. That's perfect. Yeah, she is Fern. So if they did a live action of this or VXU, I'd definitely want to see her as Fern. Jessica could be off doing something. Well, Ford would be dead. So she didn't say anything. I don't think she said anything about her, about what was up with her mom. Just said her dad and his associate. Right? We got chefs and geniuses. You gotta love nerds, man. Nerds are the most interesting people in the world. Keanu Reeves is facts. Yeah, you gotta give him a little older. As I confirmed, she's a famous artist. Ford could have left because they found out where he was, but didn't know he had a daughter. What if his Ford's associate was the captain, his captain dude that was hanging out on the island? I mean, technically, that's totally what it could be mentioning. That's what they never, like, I'm not wrong. They've never closed that whole storyline out, right? I mean, that the Uk'otoa stuff was my favorite stuff of that whole campaign. So Charles, I thought they said it was what they were going around exploring on. Either way, they had a ship, right? What if Dancer is Jester? Oh. Or even Jester's mom. That's getting too crazy. I was yesterday old when I found out Ashley Johnson was in the first Avengers at the end. Yeah, she was the girl doing the interview, right? And then wasn't she in What Women Want? Wasn't she the daughter in What Women Want? Am I remembering that right? And of course, Growing Pains is where I remember her from. Scanlan's hand. Yeah, he called it Bigby's hand in the show, right? Yeah, but wasn't the waitress giving an interview? I'm gonna look this up. Okay, so she was the daughter in What Women Want. I remember that. And then Avengers. Yeah, she's given an interview. See, she's legit. She was in Avengers. Marvel already has a relationship with her. Totally works. Was it the shawarma or was it a diner? Jester was an Aaron while I'm out near Tyrion Darrington's place at the end of campaign 2. Yeah, but I mean they could have gone anywhere since then. Right, but they called it Bigby's hand in campaign 1 though, right? I thought I remembered him calling it that. Grumsh. He's a Forgotten Realms god, right? Yeah, okay. Hums with me. Okay, so Bigby's hand in Critical Role, Scanlan's hand in Vox Machina. I'm down with it. I'm fine with it. I doubt they had copyright issues, but they may have. They work so close with Wizards, but who knows? As much stuff as they say on the show, I don't think they'd stop it for that, but who knows? They may have to pay for it since it's actually a copywritten material. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kirk. Kirk, I'm with you. It was always called Bigby's hand in campaign 1. All right, Fiction. We'll see you later. I'm about to head out too. I've never seen She's the Sheriff. I haven't seen a lot of Talison's. Oh, yeah, I have. With Suzanne Summers. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't remember him in it. There he is. Show enough. That's crazy. This wasn't a show I watched, but I have seen it before. They call Grog a half giant. I didn't catch that. Okay, maybe it is copywritten stuff then. If they're changing a bunch of stuff, I guess it's not officially a D&D thing. That's dumb though. That's dumb to me. Why wouldn't Wizards want to capitalize on this? Like put your stamp of approval on it. Yeah, it doesn't bug me. Indeed. Hey, I appreciate you, Holmes. I appreciate all you guys, man. Yeah, he does the voice so much better too. Like I think because in campaign 1 the audio quality was so bad, but watching him do the voice, I like Percy so much more in Legends of Vox Machina than I did in campaign 1. And I liked him in campaign 1 fine. I'm not a huge fan of guns in fantasy, So I think that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But the way he voices Percy in this is just so good. But it's his story. So, all right. Well, next week I'll get some information prepped up for those of you who want to do a one shot. Probably no more than 6 people. So somewhere between 3 and 6 people. If we get 3, I'll probably add someone else, a friend or something that's done it a bunch. But yeah, it is late. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Tons of fun. Last few weeks have been rough, so it's great to hang out with you guys again at full capacity. So I'll see you Thursday.